Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had an opportunity to watch Armies of One, this is Banshee's episode that came on tonight. Stop listening now. Major spoilers. Here we go. I totally forgot. I goofed, okay? I'm sorry. Carrie Hopewell is out of prison, okay? So that should make more sense when you go back and you listen to podcast number 1 and 2 of tonight's episode. Yeah, Carrie's out of prison. She's reunited with her family. She got a really awesome and amazing scene with Max. Deva is starting to have a better relationship. She's starting to want to connect to her mother, Carrie. And that kind of makes more sense to you guys, man. Okay, moving on real quick. Quentin. Quentin is the new bad guy. This is the bad guy from tonight's episode. This is the opposite of Lucas Hood. And when I say opposite, it's opposite in every single means, in every single way. He is the opposite as far as fighting with Lucas Hood. He fights the exact same way, but it's just a little bit opposite. And there's another way that happens, and that is he also doesn't give up like Lucas Hood. Alright? And it's crazy, man, because he gave Lucas Hood gave Quentin 112 large, man. 112 large to get away. That's money for days, okay? That's more than the guy asked for. The guy asked for 62 or 64, I believe, okay? And he gave him 112. And for some reason he decides, okay, I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to double back. I'm going to get Jason Hood. I'm going to lock him up in my trunk. And I'm pretty sure I outsmart Lucas Hood on this one, because for some reason I just think that I know everything, and it's going to cost him dearly. What ends up happening, man, is that Sugar Bates, man, says Sugar Bates has these mouse traps inside of the bar. Okay, there's all these different mouse traps, and Lucas is like, what are these for? And he says, I have a rat problem in the basement. It seems that every time that I think I have these rats killed, these rodents outsmart me by doubling back. And I'm like, what? Yeah, and all of a sudden, man, Sugar Bates looks up, man, as he's telling this story, and Lucas Hood is gone, man. Lucas Hood goes out to the middle of the road, man. He's waiting for Quentin to arrive, man, inside of his Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. car. And whenever Quentin stops the car, he looks at Lucas Hood. He's like, okay, either this is going to end with you dying or me dying, but this is how it has to go. They start fighting, man. It's like pit bulls fighting. And, I mean, there's some sick moves, man. Like, Quentin grabs Lucas Hood, he slams him like this WWE style on top of the red car, and then drags him down. And then Lucas Hood, man, grabs him in this weird armbar leg lock, has his head with his feet, his ankles around his head, man. And then all of a sudden these semi-trucks start coming, and they're diving left and right out of the way of the semi, and the semi's trying to not hit them. And then all of a sudden this one semi with a tractor-trailer looks like Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime starts jackknifing, okay? There's no way he can transform at that time, because he already's in the, in the motion of jackknife. And all of a sudden, man, Lucas Hood pushes this dude's head up into the, standing up position, and his head is in the way of the jackknife, man, and he gets decapitated. Quentin is decapitated, man. He's dead. It's gone. And it's some of the most, I've seen a lot of gore on this show, but this is probably the worst scene, man. It was just disgusting, man. Head got chopped off, blood squirted out, blood hit on the ground, body went on the ground, and the head, you don't know where it went, because the semi-truck is going so fast that it's almost like a baseball bat. It hit his head, chopped his head off so fast, hit it somewhere, okay? Fast forward to the end of the scene, to the after the credit scene, and Quentin's head is found through this amazing cinematography scene, man. It's just a cinematic perfection. It's beauty. It's art. And that's what Gray gave us, man. We see this butterfly flying and grabbing nectar and all this other stuff. And then the camera keeps going forward, man, and it zooms in, and zooms in, it goes through the bushes and the leaves and the grass, and all of a sudden you see Quentin's head upside down, turned sideways, looking just disgusting, man. Next week, man. Next week. Let's talk about next week. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to save that. I got a couple minutes left. Let's talk about what happened at the end of the episode that will lead into the next podcast, and we'll talk about next week. Job comes into this episode. He arrives, and he arrives in fashion. I'm telling you, man. Pink hair. So much style, man. But it's not the Job that we're used to. Usually Job comes in and it's funny, and he captures the room. Well, he still captured the room, but for some reason he's upset. Well, he pulls out the jewels that Rabbit gave, those gems, those diamonds. He pulls out the diamonds. He places them on the anvil that the original Lucas head got his back of his head bashed into. And he picks up a hammer. He crushes the diamond, and it's glass. So Lucas Hood spent 15 years inside a prison because of glass. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. We'll be right back. Thanks again for listening.